What's going on, peeps? Mastermind here with a special Halloween edition video. This is not video game related, but I did want to share my experience that I had last night. I live in the Central Florida area. I'm originally from New York, but last night I had the pleasure of going to the Tampa Theatre and watching The Exorcist and then attending a Q&A with the one and only Linda Blair. Now, before I get into that, I do want to talk about my experience at the Tampa Theatre because it was my first time being there, and it was quite an experience, and it actually added a lot to the ambiance as far as watching that type of film. So before I get into the actual event, let me break it down and talk to you a little bit about the Tampa Theatre. The Tampa Theatre was opened in 1926. It was considered one of America's most elaborate and luxurious movie palaces at the time, with its Mediterranean courtyard, gargoyle statues, and its realistic night sky ceiling filled with stars twinkling above you as you sit in the theater's classic bold red seating. In 1978, the Tampa Theatre was named to the National Register of Historic Places, the League of Historic American Theaters, and Art House Convergence. It is a Tampa City landmark and definitely worth checking out if you're in the area. When the theater first opened for just 25 cents, guests were treated like royalty, catered by uniformed ushers and attendants. Today, it is managed by the non-profit Tampa Theatre Foundation. The Tampa Theatre has a very long and interesting history. Some of that history includes many reports of it being haunted. My daughter, while we were there, heard some giggling when she was in the restroom. She was by herself. I was waiting for her outside of the restroom, and to my surprise, after just a few minutes, she was running out of the restroom in somewhat of a confused but controlled panic. She told me what she heard and then let out a nervous laugh as we headed back to our seats. The creepy factor in the Tampa Theatre goes way beyond its design and history. The atmosphere, as soon as you walk in, seems to change completely. It's not terrifying, but it is a bit unsettling to say the least. The Tampa Theatre even provides ghost tours for those who are into that sort of thing. And yes, I will be attending one of those ghost tours in the near future. I ended up going to the restroom later on in the show by myself, and what I recorded is a little bit creepy because there wasn't any sound that I edited or anything coming out here. This is just what it sounds like going to the restroom. As for my experience watching The Exorcist for the millionth time, I don't really have much to report, nothing new to report, other than it was really great watching it once again on the big screen. I also enjoyed watching it at the Tampa Theatre, very creepy atmosphere, and it's the perfect place to watch a horror classic. Linda Blair. She was absolutely entertaining. She was funny, passionate, and just filled with a bunch of information that even the most hardcore Exorcist fans, such as myself, would be surprised to hear. I learned so much about her feelings towards making the film and what it's done for her career and how much it's changed her life, for the good and the bad. She talked about everything, from her initial audition to the aftermath of the film to even her friendship with Michael Jackson during the film, which I didn't know, and I was quite surprised to hear that. And after the Q&A, she spoke for about 15 minutes about her charity. As I understand it, some of, if not all of the proceeds from this event was going to the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation. She described her charity mainly as an animal rescue nonprofit organization. She is super passionate about her charity. If you check the description below, I will be providing a link that'll take you directly to her website. So all you animal lovers, check it out. The only real gripe that I had with this event was actually the moderator / interviewer. He was absolutely atrocious. I don't remember the guy's name, but I'll remember his face, that's for sure. He's supposed to be some comedian that appeared on Conan and appeared on The Late Show, but he barely did any research for the film. He said he watched the movie and I guess went on Google to find out some trivia. It was just so lame. He asked the silliest questions imaginable. Linda Blair actually seemed quite annoyed with him, and as a result, she became a little bit long-winded when she was talking at times, but it actually turned out to become one of the highlights of the event because at one point she got up from her chair and walked away from him to address the audience in more of a personal level. And to me, that was probably my favorite part of the interview.
It is the most beautiful scene. It's one of the most beautiful scenes, I think, in film history because it's just so real. And I know the trick that they did because they told me later, they said they had the camera, I'm in bed, so she's, here, but they had the camera over her shoulder on me. So what they did is they called to back.
Overall, I had a wonderful evening with my family, and if you are ever in the Tampa area and you want to do something cool, check out the Tampa Theatre. They're always playing some cool films and having some great events. And if you've ever been to the Tampa Theatre, I would really love to hear your comments and your thoughts, so leave that below. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Mastermind out.